What's good with y'all? We got African lady regrets saying this about black Americans. We're on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Shouts out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let's see what it's hitting for.
FBA, also known as Fake Black Association, or FBI, Foolish Black Ignorance.
August 1st is just right around the corner, and that's
boycott.
the day where black Americans are supposed to boycott African businesses. And of course, this culminated into a big beef from past discussions largely occurring online between black Americans, formerly known as African Americans, and resettled African immigrants living in the country. And allegedly, this stems from the lack of respect that African and Caribbean migrants refuse to show black Americans who have been in this country historically for over 400 years. And because black Americans are clapping back and wanting delineation, this has called Africans to also speak their mind.
Define culture. What culture do we copy? Do you even have culture? If I ask you what's your tribe in Black America, like what's your tribe? Do you even know what?
Bitch, you came here, you better put some respect on this motherfucking shit. Bitch. I'm saying. Oh. I'm playing. Sorry. You use it. I'm sorry.
That is. Give me
you
three
better put
culture.
some respect. How you gonna come from Africa all the way out here to the land of the whites and not fuck with the niggas and have just the biggest problem in the world? You better put some respect on it. Well, take your black ass back to Africa. What's up?
Norms that you have or traditions that you do. Nothing.
Talk
Y'all are
about no culture.
gonna tell me the hoop earrings, the hip hop music, they're not like us. You're not like us. What else? What do
you know it though, huh?
have?
She know it though, huh?
What is your staple food?
Shut up.
Nothing.
Oh, shut up.
Now, in this case, this lady, I have no idea what she's talking about. She doesn't even live in America. She lives in Europe. As you can see,
Europe?
she has
Europe? Oh no.
a biracial daughter. And if you can look at those struggle flip-flops, she's down bad. I guess her culture is so strong, she had to leave her country.
Right.
Go
To
become
Europe.
a single mom in Europe.
Yeah. To the slave masters, huh? To their home.
Where those buy one get none free cheap ass Old Navy sandals with
Not
no
Old
flower.
Navy. Oh God, Old Navy got every color.
But it gets worse.
Bro, I haven't been in an Old Navy, bro, in forever.
FBA, also known as Fake Black Association, or FBI, Foolish Black Ignorance, is just modern day
I know she didn't say FBA and said ignorance though.
Black Association, or FBI, Foolish
Oh, she said okay.
Black Ignorance is just modern day xenophobia wrapped in anti-African nonsense. FBA really stands for fear of being African. They swear up and down they don't resemble any Africans. Like that's supposed to be a flex. It's giving self-hate and delusion. They love talking about racism in America and the KKK. But FBA's rhetoric mirrors white supremacy that you're talking about is starting to look like the new Triple K, just in black faces.
Now, this lady is saying that FBA, hashtag Black Americans, are a hate group, xenophobic in kind, and they're the new face of white supremacy, but in blackface. This is something that's interesting because you hardly ever hear Africans talk about the term white supremacy, but in this case, this lady is, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. This guy, well, let's see what he has to say.
Why do African Americans hate the idea of being African so much? I never really understood it. It's like they make it a point to prove that we are nothing like you. We look nothing like you. Y'all can never be us. Completely different.
You American, nigga. This nigga is American. Tell me he's not.
And it's funny because you are literally one of us, removed through slavery. That's it.
Now this guy,
Now I low key feel like the FBA terminology It's like you say foundational Black America, right? I know y'all gonna come for me and cook me in the comments, bro. It is what it is. It's like that's the new, like after slavery, that's the new identity. Is I'm a foundational. No, we're not African American, because that's what they went with after slavery. That's the term, you know. But this isn't the new term. It's FBA type shit. That's the new identity. I'm straight American, nigga. You know, like Charleston White. How he say he fool, he straight nigga. You know, that's what FBA is.
Removed through slavery. That's it.
Now, this guy is just saying, listen, I don't understand why the delineation is happening when you look like us, you are us. Like,
That nigga's
come on, man, you're a
American,
part of
bro.
our community. And he has
He's
a
American.
respectful tonality toward the discussion. Doesn't mean that people are going to accept what he has to say. But again, here are three different Africans in three different positions on the matter. And of course, three different people who are not living in Africa. Which is crazy because I'm a Black American living in the place that they left.
Hold on.
Which is crazy because I'm a Black American living in the place that they left. Especially for you, chick, with those dusty flip flops on and the
That nigga Duke go crazy on her, boy. Goddamn, let the feet breathe. They breathing, but goddamn, they still need to breathe. Cause boy,
especially for you, chick, with those dusty flip flops on and the kid from the white guy.
ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm mixed myself.
But there was a lady who decided to take the side of Black Americans. And to be honest, I was shocked.
Now, I know this video is gonna be controversial and some people are not gonna like what I'm about to say. But I'm gonna say it anyway, I don't care. Black Americans are right to be mad. They are. You see, us immigrants, not all of us, but a lot of us, seem to forget, or maybe they just don't know. But if you have been living in this country long enough, you should know that. The reason why we're here, the reason why we are allowed to be here is because of the work Black Americans did. Because of the sacrifices they did.
That is true.
Because the fight, all the fights they had to fight in order for us, for them, because they didn't do it for us, they did it for themselves, and it's right. But today we are enjoying the fruit of their labor.
And to be honest, if you want to be honest, if Black people really opened that up for any other race, to be honest, because really they kicked Mexico out of Texas, what they said, right? Apparently wasn't no Asians here. They wasn't fucking with the so-called Indians. You know, so it's white people, Black people, Indians, and Mexicans.
And we should not forget that. I'm an immigrant. And
So they really opened that up for everybody,
in my
bro.
community or in an immigrant community, and nobody can say otherwise.
So you really gotta think, like, any Indian person from India, Asian, any other race that's not white, or was they letting just... So I got a question, like, back in like slave times, what was the laws really like? Like, did they have planes back then? I know, kind of like, let's talk more towards the end. I know niggas, they was still riding horses and shit though. They didn't even have cars, my nigga. There ain't no way they had cars. They just came out with cars not that long ago. Over the last 200 years.
It's a lot of disrespect for African American. It's a lot of it.
I'm just asking though, because was white people from Europe or anywhere else just allowed over here like that? Or was it, how did that work with the settlers? And y'all know what I'm saying?
I have heard it.
Was Canadians allowed? Like, what? How did Canada get found? A lot of shit we didn't get taught, bro.
And I have to admit that when I first came, I was also ignorant
Even if it was a
of
lie.
their history. But after being in this country for the amount of time I have been here, if I act like I don't know that, it means that I'm willingly demeaning them. They are mad. And you know what immigrants should do right now? We should not be arguing with them. We should be quiet and listen. Listen to what they're saying. Listen. No. It is not about us. It's about how they feel. It's about the experience. And guys, they are right. Many immigrant community call them lazy. They're not lazy. They
Fuck
even
no.
say they don't have a culture, and that's an insult.
Fuck no. Black people is not lazy, bro. Now there is a lot of lazy motherfuckers. In life in general, people are lazy. But goddamn it, my grandpa still out here working. He fighting cancer right now, man. You know what I'm saying? For him to went all the way to Houston for a treatment appointment, I ain't even know. So my mama told me. You know? But he's still out here working, still plumbing. Come on now. Y'all ain't cut like that. Different breed. Mexicans, some of the hardest workers. White people, some of the laziest motherfuckers. But they also some of the hardest working people too as well.
Lazy. They even say they don't have a culture, and that's an insult. Of course they have a culture. Of course they do. In the music, in the food, in the way they live their life, in the way they dress. They have a culture, and by the way, a culture that is a leader in many ways. Our children in Africa dress like black children. Yes, children in Asia dress like black children. Yes, children in Latin America, in Europe. Yes, so please stop saying.
Yes, and ma'am. The whole world. People in Africa, the Africans are influenced by America. American niggas. We gonna sit here and act like they not? Come on now, how many dance videos and man, the clothes, you know. Come on now.
Not only limited to clothing. Is in music, is in history, is in literature, is in science.
Right.
The immigrant community need to stop demeaning and disrespecting black Americans.
Because any immigrant that's here is because of black Americans.
Are mad, and they have all the rights to be mad. Now, if my immigrant community or my African community want to come after me for what I say, that is on you. I don't care, because the truth is the truth, and we need to admit where we're coming short. You're gonna come to people's house and you want to look down at them? You want to disrespect them? Yes, not all Africans. Yes, not all Latino. Yes, not all blah, blah, blah. All Asian, blah, blah, blah. But enough to make a lot of noise. But enough for them to be mad. Rightfully so. We need to be quiet now and listen to what they have to tell us. No doubting the experience. No undermining the experience. No forgetting the accomplishments. We need to stop that. We need to stop.
Now, I gotta say that she said a whole lot, and I applaud her on the matter. And again, she said that it's not all Africans that talk like this, and I definitely understand it. We gotta stop the show. Guys, there are so many good Africans that are out there and good Caribbean people, just like there are good Black Americans in any society, right? And I've been living here. Of course, I've had my issues, but I've thrived being in Africa. I've met some great people. But again, I know what a lot of people in the Black American community are going to say. We're not talking about those people who are good. We can differentiate between the ones that are showing respect and are good to deal with and those that are not. All right. And I know that we say that, but a lot of times we like to clump everything in a bunch. And just like we get clumped in a bunch, right? It's typically what happens. But she's saying, listen, I've been in circles where Africans and people give Black Americans no respect. And I can honestly tell you, I have heard that before. And there's just people didn't even know they were being disrespectful. And I've heard it. I've had to check people on that before. And then she says, listen, the Black Americans were getting something for themselves and we benefited from it. Like the 1965 or 64 Civil Rights Act. I believe Dr. King signed that. And then there's a lot of disrespect, calling somebody lazy and everything, but she's being very appreciative. And
This just made me think, like, was all these other countries like that as well? I mean, maybe not with slavery, but like, where they wasn't letting other people in their country. You know?
I'll tell you one thing. I live in Uganda, all right?
Cause you can't, niggas wasn't just moving like that. That's why I don't really believe all that. That slave ship shit, bro.
Uganda is not America by any means, but I can be honest and tell you that Uganda has gotten much better since when I came in 2017. And that improvement has allowed me to be able to stay here
Nice
and
and
flourish
green
and do what I
there.
need to do. I'm very aware that if Ugandans didn't care about the country and didn't make it livable to where it is now, I wouldn't have the opportunity that I have. So who would I ever be to go around and basically, just saying how, they ain't this and they ain't that. Now, don't get me wrong. Stop the show. You know I'm a roaster, so I'm definitely going to have something to say because it just wouldn't be me. But I'm appreciative, right? I'm in somebody else's country. I need to show respect to those people who came before me. People have died in wars and protests in this country, just like people have died in America. But typically what you get is people come to America, and this is not everybody, but then they start showing disrespect to other people and get mad when those folks don't want to deal with you. Let me give you an example. Look at the Black Americans in Ghana. You rarely hear about Black Americans disrespecting Ghanaians in Ghana. You rarely hear it. You do hear about other Africans disrespecting other Africans in Ghana. I won't say which ones. Same thing in South Africa. There's over 5,000. It's our second biggest diaspora spot. You have a lot of Black Americans in South Africa. Do some things happen here and there? Yes. But you never hear South Africans complaining about the few thousand Black Americans there. You always hear them complaining about the other groups that are there, right? And there's enough Black Americans there to cause problems, but they're never talking about them. I can tell you why that is. Because Black Americans understand the struggle of South Africans to a certain degree. Not to all of it, but they understand that they need their respect, all right? So when South Africans are complaining about other Blacks, they're not complaining about Black Americans. They're complaining about other Africans. Because you hear the same thing when these other groups from Africa and South Africa, and the South Africans be complaining, oh, why you being xenophobic? It's not fair. Well, are you there in the country doing something that you shouldn't be doing? And are you not showing respect? And if you're not, then why are you in somebody else's country? Now you don't want to hear what they have to say. You want to be unaccountable.
Be how
and
you go to somebody else's country, especially like a place like America, then, Black people, then, and you're African, Black people that went through all that. And how do you come to America and just have a problem with Black people? So who do you fuck with? You fuck with the white people? You fuck with the Mexicans here? The Asians? Oh, you just by yourself? Like, I don't
everything's xenophobic. And that's all the lady was asking for, which is just to listen to what they have to say.
Percentage, what y'all see going viral and stuff, man. This is not, yeah, it might be a lot of people backing them or whatnot, but man, real life, walk around, look around, bro. This is not gonna be nothing that affects you, bro.
And pretty much the Diaspora Wars is all about that. It's all about listening. Look, nobody is saying go burn down African businesses or anything like that. And, most people will still go to those businesses they liked it. But she's saying, hey, we just want to teach y'all a lesson because we want to actually come to the table. Most people in the Black community love each other, even though we have differences and stuff like that. We'll roast and fight, but it never gets to the point where we're going to fight or fight our people in the diaspora, because it's not even worth all that. Yeah, we'll roast, but we understand we still from the same family, but we're different in many ways, right? But it's not to the point where we want to fight. But if we are able to talk and listen and understand each other, that's a start. But oftentimes, I'm going to be honest, I see when you bring issues like this up to people who are non-Black Americans, typically what I've heard in these discussions is, just trying to avoid or change the conversation or blame somebody else. And then, but when it's about them, it's like, oh, well, see how you Black Americans disrespecting me. And yeah, Black Americans can definitely be disrespectful, right? But if you can own that, then what about you? And the unaccountability that I sometimes get in these discussions, and it could go both ways, is really stopping the healing process. And that's something that just needs to be talked about. I think a lot of this could be solved if people just said, listen, we could either agree to disagree, but hey, this is what makes you feel bad. We want to show some level of respect for you in this way. And I'm going to tell you like this. Most Africans, if immigrants are over in Africa, look, you got to do something for them for the most part. All right. That's how it works. Okay. And most Africans ain't going to deal with you if you not doing nothing for them. Like, I'm not trying to say they not nice or they can't be nice, right? But the reality is, if one group feels like, they're being taken advantage of and you're getting their opportunities and you're not getting no opportunities, I'm gonna tell you right now, stop the show. When you come to Uganda or Ghana, Ghana's a little bit better, but they don't give you no opportunities like that. You're gonna have to earn it. And once you earn it, it's okay. But, in America, because of what's happened with Black Americans, it's a little easier for them. But again, I think this is a good start, and it goes to show that you do have people who understand. And we do need people like her who are in the middle, who understand both sides. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another
Yeah,
episode
man.
of
Yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. I'm over here trying to wrap my knees. My knees is it's cooked, man. I ain't cooked. They getting a little better, I'd say, but it's Amazon shit, bro. I've been at it for a year now, bro. Whole year. You know what I'm saying? And my knees. At first, my knees and my ankles and stuff, they wasn't hurting. But, a year in, knees is need some rapid embracing. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself. Cause that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, man, and I'm gone. TYP the name.